The following
Kojima World Order
has been paid for by the
DSP World Order.
Okay, next question. From oh, wait, I almost skipped one. This one is actually from... Alright, this is a really serious question, everyone. This is a very serious question, and I know that some people are going to be dicks about it, but I want you to understand I want to address this because this is a very important subject that a lot of people deal with on a daily basis, or know people who deal with this on a daily basis, okay? This one is from King of Kings 5400, and he asks the following question. Hi, Phil. I've got a question regarding depression. Several YouTubers have from time to time come forth and said that they are depressed and talked about their depression. I don't know who most of them are, but I've noticed their videos and watched some of them. The big one that comes to mind is actually Hutch, who had depression a few years back. They talk about the pressure and anxiety that comes with having a YouTube channel and how it's a big weight on their life and how it can ruin their personal life. My question or questions is this. Have you experienced any kind of depression during your time on YouTube? Or how have you dealt with the pressure or anxiety that may come from having a bigger YouTube channel? Thanks from a longtime fan and viewer. Okay. First of all, I want to give you guys the honest truth on this, okay? And you might be surprised at the actual answer to it, all right? And I'm not going to go too much into the details, but I do want to let you guys know that at one point in my life, I actually did battle depression. Incidentally, though, it was actually before I started YouTube. It was actually a set period of time that was probably between, I would say, probably 1 to 2 years into when I had that office job that I talked about. That was my full-time job when I was first starting off. Probably, I'd say, until about maybe, I don't know, maybe a year to a little bit less than a year before I started YouTube. All right? And it was pretty bad. It was to the point where, like, I would get up in the morning and I would say, I really don't like the situation I'm in. I'm stuck living with my parents. I don't have money. I got kicked out of 2 jobs. I'm in big financial debt. And, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm in no kind of a situation where I could even start dating a girl because I live with my parents and I have no money. And I'm working this job that really I don't feel I'm being appreciated at. And when you really wake up in the morning and you have no positive thing to really look forward to, that's when this can start to happen. At least that's when it started happening to me. I don't really have anything to look forward to today. I'm going to go to work and not like it. I'm going to come home and be all worn out. And what am I going to do at night? I don't know. I'll probably have a drink. I'll be honest, I started drinking a lot during this period of time, and that only compounds depression when you try to get a substance to compensate for the depression, okay? And, it's funny because people around you, it's very easy to hide depression, and people around you probably won't know that you have depression if you hide it well. There were people who I had known for years. There were people who I was friendly with and coworkers with daily who had absolutely no clue that I was depressed. I would even say my parents probably don't even know that I was depressed, okay? And that's how serious of an illness it can be, is that it eats away the inside of you, and no one can see it. It's not like, oh, you got a cut on your face, you're hurt. No, it's like, it's something that no one knows about, no one can even possibly see. And then all of a sudden, one day you start having crazy thoughts. All right? And I'm not going to go too much into detail about my personal situation because the bottom line is I'm out of it. All right? I came out of it. I ended up starting doing positive changes for my life, including buying that condo in Connecticut, moving out, and finally making fun videos for people on the internet that ended up catching on, got very popular. People really enjoyed the videos. It changed my life. I started making money. I was able to get myself out of the financial hole that I was dug in. I ended up finally getting laid off from that job that I really wasn't appreciated at and ended up doing this full time. And since then, things have only gotten better. And a lot of people might say, oh, but Phil, your views are down or whatever. How could I possibly complain about my life? Just have some perspective here. I went from living with my parents to having my own condo and having my own business, making my own schedule, having money, dating women, finally having a full-time girlfriend who I want to be with, moving out of that situation, moving up to a better house out here in Washington. You know what I mean? Like, how could I possibly sit here and say I complain and be depressed? I have nothing but positive shit to say. And yes, daily I may bitch about this or that little thing, but understand that that's not me as a whole how I see my life. My life is great. And I have no condition to sit here and just bitch about stuff all day and say that I'm not overall happy. Overall, I am very happy with my life situation, okay? But, even then, depression can be so bad that even if everything around you is good, it could still fucking eat at you. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. There are days when I wake up and, you know, I'm like, damn, that game that I'm playing that I may be enjoying really isn't catching on with the viewers. They're not liking the content that I'm putting out, apparently. At least that's how they're speaking with their view. They're not watching. They're not showing up for the stream. I go to my forums, and all I see are negative threads about how Phil needs to do this to improve, and Phil needs to change this about himself, and Phil needs to really live up to this and this and this, and no positive reinforcement. It's all negative reinforcement. Negative, negative, negative. So then I go to Twitter, and I see, fuck you, you piece of shit. You're a horrible gamer. You don't deserve to get any views or money. Fuck you. The other day I got a tweet, stop Gamergate, because Gamergate is so bad at this point, it makes DSP look like a good person. When I get that kind of stuff, I mean, it's easy to say, oh, just brush it off, it's the internet. But when you get that much negativity at once, it can add up. And I could have a day where at one point I was feeling good and all that shit hits me and it's like, fuck, man. You know, that really makes me feel like shit and sad because I thought that I was doing something positive and fun for everyone. And this was a great movement of, you know, being an independent gamer and being able to speak my mind. And people wanted to hear the stuff that I had to say. And people wanted to watch me play games because they found it entertaining. And then all of a sudden, hit with a wave of fucking negativity. It can get to you, alright? But far be it from me, okay, to say that any of that stuff would ever make me go back to where I was. Because I was literally standing on the edge at one point with the amount of drinking that I was doing and the fact that I was just so negative about everything and hating my life and hating everything around me. And I'm so different now. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys, the viewers who have stuck with me, you guys who basically supported me the whole way through, no matter what was going on, no matter what lame brain thing I said, no matter if views were high or low, if I was on the high of a high or a low of the wave of popularity that I had on YouTube, you guys coming back and saying that you appreciate my content and you find me entertaining and that I put a smile on your face during a day when otherwise you were depressed, that makes me feel good and it makes me know that I can never go back to where I was. My life has so dramatically changed positively that in no way, shape, or form, even if all this ended today and YouTube shut down and I made no money and I had to go out and get a 9-to-5 job somewhere that I really fucking hated, at no point could I say I could go back to where I was in that depression because I had this time to share with you that was so overwhelmingly great. Okay? So, in that regard, you know, I don't think I would ever go back there. Now, he in particular, King of Kings, is talking about other YouTubers who may be feeling these great influences, the pressure of having a channel and all that, right? I absolutely can empathize with those people because I've been there. Like I said, I'll be playing a game and wow, I love this game. This game is great. I'm really enjoying it. And then all I get is negative feedback about how I sucked at the game and people saying you're doing your YouTube channel wrong. You should be doing it this way, not this way. You know, and it's funny because all the changes that I've instituted over the past 2 years, including direct capture, live streaming, completely revamping my website, completely revamping my YouTube page, all right? All these positive changes that overall, if you looked at my content from 2 or 3 years ago and you compared it to my content today, I don't think anyone would say that the content is worse. You have to say the visual quality is better, the auto quality is better. You're the same guy. You didn't change over the years. You're still enjoying the games. You're still having fun, especially with playthroughs like Alien Isolation, where it was a game that was like a gem, a diamond in the rough after, you know, all this dead time and me really enjoying the playthrough. People love it. So in that regard, you know, all the positive things I've done, yet there's still, if you go to my forums, I shit you not, you will see every time, Phil really needs to change. Phil's not doing this right. Phil, and it's like, how much do you want me to change? Do you really want me to just be a cookie cutter of everyone else out there? Because I could do that. I could literally stop putting out gameplay videos the way I do, okay? I won't stream everything like I do. I'll record most of my stuff offline. I'll edit it so there's all effects and stuff. I'll edit out the fails. I'll make it a highly stylized video with effects. You know, I will do half-an-hour videos instead of 10 to 15-minute videos like I normally do. And I will upload 2 videos daily instead of the multiple videos that I do. It'll take me months to finish a single playthrough, right? I could easily be like them. But for me, the point is, I don't want to be like them. I want to be me, right? I want to do things the way that I find them enjoyable. I want to sit here and play games and share that with you on a daily basis. I don't want to become a highly stylized video editor. Regardless of the fact that maybe the viewers may be leaning towards that, and a lot of people are saying, well, I'm not going to watch Phil anymore. I'd rather go watch that highly stylized stuff. Fine. As long as I can be me and I can make a living doing it, I don't care that I'm not super YouTube popular like I was 2-3 years ago when I was getting 50,000 views on the first 10 videos of every playthrough that I did. I don't need that. You can go watch other people who want to be like that. I want to be genuine and real with myself, and I want to enjoy games for the sake of enjoying them, not for making an entertainment product for a viewer who wants to see an over-budget, over-produced fucking playthrough. But for me, to go to my website and I see all negative shit when I thought that I was doing something right and all I see is negative, 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 yes, it eats away at you. It does. And I can understand someone who maybe has a popular YouTube channel and all of a sudden they get a sway of opinion against them, or God forbid, they speak out about something and it's against the common opinion, and now everyone says that they're wrong and fuck them, don't watch this person's content because they had this one opinion about something. If anything, for me, I don't understand how the internet has to be so polarized, right? That there's a right and a wrong. There's not. In the world, there's many, many shades of gray. And it's okay for you to disagree with something that someone says, especially if it's a very uncommon opinion, and still enjoy the stuff that they put out. If I say I don't like basketball, for whatever reason, I just don't like it, right? Does that mean that you can't continue to watch all of my other playthroughs? What does that affect anything? Nothing. But people literally make this an issue, and then they attack you with slander. They attack you with this. And I'm speaking firsthand, but I can only imagine who's someone who is even bigger than me on YouTube, the shit that they must go through, right? PewDiePie said, fuck my comments, and disabled his comments completely on his videos. I'm sure for multiple reasons, but I'm sure that's one of them. When kids are coming to watch your content and all you see is dicks and shit and fuck PewDiePie and fuck this and fuck that, it's like, come on. So it does add up. It adds up, and it does become a big negative, overwhelming ball of negativity. And it does. People have said, there are days when I'm pissed off, and I'll come on stream and I'll bitch, and my gameplay isn't up to par and everything because it affects me. But let me tell you this, I promise you that I will not go back to where I was at that one low point in my life when I just basically didn't want to get up anymore. I was to the point where I don't see any reason to exist today. At this point, now that I have a positive influence on people, the fact that I'm making creative content that people are finding entertaining and inspiring on a daily basis, and all the overwhelming positive messages that I've gotten over the years, there's no way that I would ever stop, and there's no way that I would ever, put myself back into that situation. I know that what I'm doing makes a difference. I know that what I'm doing is entertaining and is a good positive thing. I know that now thanks to you. Back then, I didn't think there was anything positive that I could do with my life, and now that I know that regardless of what the common opinion is about what videos should be and how someone should act, I know that I still can be some kind of a positive influence on people. And thank you very much for that, okay? Okay. Next question.